a shame? Ain't that a shame? Your daddy's to blame. A crying shame.
1,
What a shame.
3.
Hey folks,
2.
welcome one and all to another grand old grown man record night. Man, we sure do appreciate you. All our good friends of the program, all across the globe, from Damascus to Martinsville, Virginia, we appreciate you. Mike Bananas, welcoming Steve Fever in this evening. Yeah, man.
Steve Fever.
Yeah, man. We're doing big things here at Grown Man Record Night. We got a little small budget, but we're doing big things.
Yeah.
We're on our backup camera this evening, and it's great to have a backup camera.
Well, it's an adventure.
And I tell you, this camera is a little more true to
We weren't on the backup camera when I first came here tonight.
It's true. I tripped over a cord because I like to drink a little bit.
Is that what you attribute it to?
I don't know. I can be clumsy sometimes
hey man,
too.
seriously, don't ever actually admit to it.
Yeah, but so what happened was that's my good camera. That's okay. I pulled the cable out, but we got a backup camera, and this backup camera is a little more true to the spirit of what Grown Man Record Night is about to begin with.
Well,
because
it's old school.
Cameraman picked this damn thing up. We showed it on the show way back a year or so ago. Picked it up for like $10 at a Goodwill. It's from like 1991.
VHS?
It's one of those VHS, full VHS camera style tape.
All in one though. It's kind of the door pops
And
out and you slide the tape in.
Yeah, the whole thing. It fits on the whole shoulder.
Yeah.
It's big and
Well, it saved
old school.
us. It saved us.
It saved us, and so
we
we're
were
in.
going to use your laptop camera, I think.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I'll tell you more about the Ustream problem a little more later in this broadcast.
Yeah. Maybe a blog. Put it on a blog.
Put it on a blog. But we got a lot of things to get to this week, and we don't want to dilly-dally. Man, I want to mention our good friend Kitty, man. Everybody that's watched the program for any time has noticed Mr. Kitty.
Yeah.
He's an older gentleman, Kitty Cat, and sometimes he'll sit up here with us.
Black and white tabby.
He wasn't doing so well, man. He was having a little breathe box issue where he was when he was breathing.
Lung congestion.
He's an older gentleman, talking 13. So
Really,
he looked rough, man.
we didn't think he'd be here.
So cameraman took him to the vet, and it was they were like, I don't know,
We're
man.
gonna have to put him down real soon.
Wow.
Basically said that's the end of Mr. Kitty.
Oh man.
And you know what I say? Kitty's in there chilling right now. He's still getting a little better. I mean,
His breathing's
He's
much
not eating
better.
like he should.
we don't know how much longer Mr. Kitty's got, but I'll tell you what. Mr. Kitty talked about yesterday. I was like, hey, bro, screw doctors, man. They don't be knowing nothing. And said,
Send some good chi to Mr. Kitty.
you got a few days to live.
That's what he said.
Kitty said, right up it. Right up. I'm the trooper. I was the former half of the tag team championship of the
I'll tell
world.
you one cool thing about
DJ
Mr. Kitty.
Peterson.
Mr. Kitty is when you come in here and you put records on.
He comes in the room.
He comes in the room
Every time.
He wants to be here and hang out.
Even when he doesn't feel good. So, man, everybody throw some good vibes toward Kitty. We don't know how much longer my man's got. He's 13 years old. But, hey, he's going to hang around. As long as he still enjoys tunes and hanging out and doing grown man business, he's right here with us.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So, hey, keep
Is Mr. Kitty a subscriber?
He's a subscriber.
Okay.
And
Speaking
I
of
think that
what,
means he's actually in his 90s if he was a person. 13.
Well,
that's
so-
about right.
It's like 90s.
That's about right. Speaking of subscribers, if you know all these talk show segments of our live Ustream
What
show,
we're doing now.
will end up on our YouTube channel.
A lot of people see it there.
That's youtube.com/Machete Miller, and I want to introduce something tonight. Very special that we have reached 200 GD subscribers.
Really?
Yeah, we have finally hit
200.
200.
Wow. We went from 100 to 200 pretty quick.
Pretty quick. A lot of thanks to Dr. Deadwax for hooking us up with a lot of subs, and some other mugs have been spreading the word around. Sean from Jersey has been hooking us up from the get-go, spreading the word around. So a lot of people have been instrumental in getting us here. I mean, there's a lot of people out there with a shit ton more than that, but hey, people, I just told Cameron when we started doing this thing, man, I was like, I ain't trying to get rich. I ain't trying to quit my job, but it's going to be a thing. Grown Man Record Night's going to be a thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's a thing. Whatever that is, it's a thing. Cameron's having a good time. We do a.
we should probably drop out of this record pretty soon. I didn't realize this was going to be on the show.
Yeah. So what we do is what's really fun is I've got kind of a bologna stack on the bottom shelf of my,
yeah.
and it's stuff that people
bologna,
have given
though.
me, but
Still.
it's records I'm not going to listen to, and that's where the Lawrence Welk and the whatnot end up. And so when we go to do the YouTube show, I don't want to get popped with any copyright problems, so I just
that has happened.
I take a thanks a lot, Huey Lewis. So I just take a random stab down into the bologna shelf and pull out a little thing, and I mean we pulled some. There's some Christian gospel music we're going to play a little later.
I do love bologna.
Yeah, good German bologna.
I bought some Lebanon bologna this week.
Lebanon.
Smoky. It's real smoky.
Yeah, that sounds gross, Steve.
Here, put this on.
I don't know. But
The Tittleson Touch. That's what I was going to
so anyhow, hook us up with a little YouTube because we want to mention that we did hit 200 subscribers.
Here.
We are going to be doing a contest, and like I promised, and I promised a long time ago, but we're really going to do it. I'm going to do the video this week. I've pretty much got my couple of questions lined up. I've got my prizes lined
You just
up.
put up a video and it got some hits pretty quick.
I did. I want to thank everybody that I finally put up my intro to the VC video, the Mikey Bananas intro to the VC video. I put that up after I shot it a long time. My head was real shaved when I shot that. It's been that long ago.
Christmas,
right after Christmas, after I shaved the mohawk off. So, but I put it up, and a lot of people have been checking it out and leaving a lot of positive comments. And that's
That is you, though, right?
That is me. That ain't my brother, because I ain't got.
It wasn't the actor you hired to play you.
I'm an only child. If nobody can tell.
Yeah, I think I can tell.
So anyhow, appreciate everybody leaving me lots of good vibes on that particular piece of video I put up on the internet machine. So yeah, we're going to do the contest. I wanted to also mention this week, big time things that happened on the net that I happened to check out, pass on to a couple of people. If you don't know, and I think it may be still going on, Best Buy has had a hell of a sale online on their vinyl. And trust me, I'm much more of a mom and pop local shop kind of guy.
Yeah.
And there was
But you got to a good deal's a good deal.
Sure. And there were some of these records where I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. That's a $2 or $3 good deal from a local shop. I'll pay the extra. Some of these were like 10 to 20 to 50% off deals. You can't pass on that. Yep. I've got a considerable stack of records coming from the Best Buy business.
I haven't made my purchase yet.
Okay.
But it is going on until April 3rd, I believe.
April 3rd is the date.
I believe.
So check it out. And I know I've watched videos of the VC Jeremy Ginger. He's got he had a cool stuff he bought on there. A lot of we're into kind of the same music. Cool cat.
Yeah.
Old Greeno, man. Greeno's he's a metalhead. And he's actually the first one I saw. He picked up that Promise Frizzle Fry, which I also picked up, not to give anything away. When I saw that, I'm like, oh man, they got that for a good deal? Yeah. That made me want to go, but then I forgot. And then our good friend Nathan, who's always hitting us up, man.
Yeah.
Nathan posted the link. So that took Lazy Mike. I'm like, okay, click on the link, dumbass. It's right there in front of you. So I clicked it, and I started looking through stuff. And I'm like, what?
I know what you're doing at work that day.
Oh, no. Look at all the records I'm going to buy today.
I'll put that in my cart.
I put it in my cart, and it went...
You wheeled your cart around the store in Best Buy?
I did. And then later that week, I spent a chunk of money, and then later that week...
Chunk?
I bought 2 tickets for me and the girlfriend to go see Doug Stanhope's coming to Winston-Salem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time, man. That's one of my favorite comedians. Doug Stanhope's going to be dropping by.
It's not like you to drop money like that. So
I don't drop money, so
bam,
and I don't think a lot of people are funny except for me.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing for me to go spend money on somebody else to be funny.
Really?
Yeah. Put it on there, man. What are you talking? That's the blind stab. That's what it's all about.
It's Grown Man Record Night.
That's right. Hey, let's go through what we played up to this point this evening.
What have we played?
Well, I'll tell you, Steve.
You know, because I wasn't here. I'm usually not here when you first start.
It was early in the show, and I put a record on. This is an Alley Cat Green Onions record.
Green Onions?
Bill Justice
That's
plays...
Booker T and the MGs?
Bill Justice plays 12 big instrumental hits. Has Alley Cat, let's see, Mexico, Last 8, Rinky Dink, Green Onions, Take 5, Thing from Summer Place, The Stripper.
What side did you play?
Take 5.
Yeah. It does his own little version. We played. We don't have to get too close with that guy. Those Alley Cat records have been. They're kind of suspect. It's not the best shit, and that's why I've been kind of hesitant since I've played that last. But I put it on real early because I know not many people will be watching, and I was like, oh wait, man, that's a decent record. Don't sleep on that. That's decent.
I'd get up if I could. You got me pinned in over here.
I'll pin you in, Steve. Lots of I went and got two. I got both of my guitar cabinets in here now. I went and picked up both.
Yeah, I feel like we're on stage.
We have a guitar, a full stack beside Steve,
rock and roll,
and a full stack beside me over here. I've got my PVVTM 60.
And right, check
and
it.
then
Check
I've
out those
got
lights. We should dim the lights.
And I've got
in the studio.
I've got my Hughes and Kettner over there. See?
Effect. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, see that?
Nice.
Yeah, that Hughes and Kettner glows in the dark. Your amp don't glow in the dark? What the hell's the matter with you?
That's rock and roll right there.
What is this, Russia?
That's
got to be Russia. And we got the PV.
Of course, the PV.
That's my.
Many a band started on a PV.
I got that PV right there, that stack, when I graduated from high school in 1995. And that's my new stack. I played on stage recently, but happy to have both stacks back in the mix.
Have you made some noise in here?
I've made a little bit of noise. I've been playing with a little weirdo tunings, and we made some really bassy noise because I like bass. I don't like treble.
Like the bass.
Yeah,
that's a chunky monkey.
All right, we'll keep it moving. How about a little Ramsey Lewis, The In Crowd? Love this record. One of my straight up jazz for Ramsey Lewis, who has there's some efforts that he puts out where he goes.
Trio.
That's the trio, and when it's Ramsey
trio
Lewis
records
solo,
usually pretty good.
He can go a little more into the funk area of things.
I'm gonna be real careful.
Drake out of my old mason jar, both of us over there. How about a little Mother's Own Invention, Uncle Meat?
Uncle Meat.
Original deal, man, with the insert. Picked this up probably about a year ago. I played it recently. Great record. I mean, of course. Hello. Hello. Come on. Hello. Breaker, breaker.
Good, buddy.
Also picked up, we featured this on Dig of the Week last week. We featured this new record I had, Jimi Hendrix Crash Landing. This posthumous release from Jimi Hendrix on Reprise.
I like this record.
I listened to side 1 last week, listened to side 2.
I like the way it ended. It was
really
nice.
And it's fantastic. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Wanted to mention, we've had a time this week.
I played some records.
Did you play some?
I played a few records.
This ain't in the live segment.
No. But
Okay.
this is what we played tonight, right?
All right, what you got?
Well, when I got here, we slapped on Fandango.
Yeah.
This is 75. And half of it's a studio album, but we played the live side for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh,
Which had a really great backdoor medley. Backdoor Love Affair, Mellow Down Easy, Backdoor Love Affair #2, and Long Distance Boogie. I just love that little medley they play. Follow that with Tower of Power, self-titled record. Really nice record from 1973.
Yeah.
On Warner Brothers. Get a text from somebody. How about the Skull Snaps? We played side 1, I think it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
we played side 2, which starts off with I'm Your Pimp, which is most everybody's favorite on here.
I'm Your Pimp used to be my MySpace.
I wear my hat to the side and walk with a limp.
That was my MySpace profile song.
Of course, you can't go without seeing the gatefold on this bad boy.
Oh, look at that bad boy.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah. Hello. Come on.
Gun skull.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's one of my favorite funk records. Probably.
You know, there's a documentary out now.
Yeah, tell us about that.
The problem is seeing it. It's playing in clubs. They're trying to get it. You know, it's not in the system as the system is. So
it's not in the system.
I think I'm on like a street team.
Yeah,
we're trying to find a place to play it.
Tell us the story. This is a crazy story.
Well, you know, I found Sam Cully on Facebook and became a friend. And I found out that there was a documentary that had been done, and it's been playing in, I think, in New York and Connecticut, some clubs, and it's coming to Charlotte. It's going to play somewhere in Charlotte, and so I said, where can we see it in Greensboro, Winston-Salem? And I got a response back from somebody that said, we don't have a place to play. If you can find us a place to play it, so why not Grown Men Record Night maybe get behind this to get it in a local club?
You damn right.
If anybody out there wants to see it, try to find a place to play it. If they're looking for like a coffee house, a club that has beer and whatnot, and plays maybe some independent films
Yeah.
or some. On Sunday they play Breaking Bad or what, you know.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, local hip hop club, people that have a little, you know, lighter
the
hip
story
hop
of the
kind
Skull
of crowd.
Snaps is interesting, a story that needs to be told if you don't know it, and we probably don't know the full story. So
Sure.
I'm dying to hear it. You know?
Hell yeah.
So that's what
Steve's gonna make it happen around here, and then I think the only stipulation should be like there should be a strong grown man record night presence. I mean,
very, very strong.
we're already being written in on the Nielsen diary.
So I've heard.
Yeah, we're gonna show up on the actual ratings.
That means we get federal funds.
Federal. Yeah. We're gonna be on the diary. So anyhow, speaking of all that jazz, let me tell you what. We've had a rough week with Ustream, and for any of our listeners that are also fellow Ustreamers, Jesus Christ, you know, we run through the Ustream producer program, and that's how we make all this cool shit happen.
They put out a new. They put out a new producer, right?
They did. So I downloaded the new version. It wasn't jiving with what we got going on, so I'll revert back to the old version. Cool. Everything's still there. Now the camera's all squanchy, and that's what you saw last week when the camera was all narrow.
We lost about 20 pounds apiece.
Yeah, it was all narrow-fied
Nothing
and
wrong with
whatnot.
that.
And all week long, couldn't get it to work.
At
So
all.
we thought, no show. There's going to be no show Friday night.
Because you even lost the picture, right?
Yeah. At first we
One or
could.
the other.
At first it was the aspect ratio thing. Then the camera just wasn't showing up. We tried multiple cameras. We tried the
No, we had either camera, we had either visual, or we had audio.
Yeah, that was the trick. I found out if I unplugged the thing and plugged it back
All right.
in.
So move forward.
Yeah, you could. It was, you know, you would get one or the other, but not both. I uninstalled, reinstalled, uninstalled, and finally I woke up this morning. I didn't think we were going to have a show. I woke up this morning, hooked it up, and realized I tricked it into working by doing a little thing. And so I was like, I'm going to leave this jazz up all day long because it's working. So we left it hooked up all day long just so we could do the show tonight. So I get home, I do all this stuff, and then we get halfway through the program here before we went live, and my drunk ass trips on the cord, breaks the thing out, and now we're on the backup camera. Let me tell you, folks, this has been a raw week for Ustream users, and I want to use this to preface a certain thing. It's no secret for some of us. Some of us here on the Grown Man Record Night program are broadcast professionals.
Some of us.
Some of us are broadcast professionals. And this is...
2/3?
At least.
We enjoy the television, and
everybody enjoys the television.
And we do that to make money for it.
The only place you work where everybody's got a TV in their office. And
This
they're
is
watching TV and they got TV on.
It's true.
Keep on.
You're monitoring the signal.
But I'll say that because we could make some pretty dope YouTube videos, I think. But I think what's the real challenge and the real fun for us specifically is the fact that we do this show live every week.
Sure.
And that becomes a different kind of challenge.
We have friends who do this every day.
Absolutely.
They make live TV.
It's not just making a good and compelling video to put on YouTube. Is that we're doing this live on Ustream.
So things happen.
Yeah, things happen, and there's problems that arise, and it makes a whole different set of circumstances come up.
Sure.
And that's what we enjoy. That's what kind of rubs us the right way, so to speak.
Yeah.
Totally non-scripted, by the way.
It wasn't a toss. That was not a
totally
toss.
non-scripted.
Not a toss.
So, and I started thinking about that. The and the same thing.
I feel like I'm sitting next to Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah.
You just had with the hat and those glasses and that beard.
You know what? I'll tell you why.
Williams Senior.
Not senior.
Senior.
Senior, junior.
Sure.
But anyhow, so the reason that this was that made such a connection for me, that we do the live program every week, and I thought about it's very similar to playing live music.
Okay.
You have that same kind of feel. A great album is a great album, but when you can perform that great album live, or you go see somebody live,
and still when you're ready to go live, your shit's still not working right.
Exactly.
That's just like being in a band.
In front of 46 viewers. We have 46 viewers right now. You're out
all
of
over
the crowd if you're not
all over the
in it,
world.
right? If you're watching this on YouTube, You missed last Friday night.
No Friday night.
You say our friend from Michigan's watching?
I think so.
I'm going to send our friend from Michigan some ginger ale. He
sent
us some burners. We can talk about it, so to speak.
Yeah. We'll talk about it, so to speak.
Yeah, so to speak.
Just tease. Deep
I'll
tease.
send a Manta
Deep tease.
record.
Anyhow, playing live, doing the live
Manta.
show, very similar. I'm using that for a stupid transition to
what?
Dig of the Week. So get the fuck out of here.
You talking about live?
We're going to Dig of the Week.
We're going to. We're already there.
There we go.
We're digging of the week. We're already there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. And I'm missing records. There's records that are missing all over the place. God, I'm missing all my records.
You want me to go back to graphic real quick, just to make sure nobody sees you looking for a record?
I'm not looking for anybody.
Just tell us what you're thinking about talking about today. While you do
So,
that.
I thought about this whole thing is going to be about doing it live.
Doing it live. We do it live.
We
Make
do it live.
mistakes. So many.
You might watch it on YouTube, but we do it live.
We do this live.
There are no second takes.
There are no second takes. You can't do it again. Because just like right now, I'm messing all this
All
up.
right, well, you just do it.
I got some of my records mixed up, see.
I can tell you about what I brought.
Go ahead, Steve. We're talking
we do
live
that?
business.
So he told me today, hey,
Yeah.
let's talk about live records.
Sure.
And
Because I bought all those damn Best Buy
I like
records.
to have a little time.
I bought all those
But,
Best
you know, I
Buy
could
records.
slap
and I
something
didn't go to
together.
stores.
So I thought I'd bring a few records, some of my live records
Yeah.
that I'm fond of.
Sure.
We'll start in the jazz realm with Lionel Hampton at the Apollo.
That's good business,
And he's
man.
probably my favorite vibes player. I mean, Dave Pike, is he vibes? Dave Pike?
Dave Pike's on that record?
No, is he a vibes player?
I believe it is.
Yeah, but Lionel, you know, he's started it all for me. And when I hear him live, I even love it more because
Yep.
it's like he's standing on the chair, just like you can hear him grunting like John
it's
Bonham.
often
When
overmodulated.
John Bonham's banging on the drums, you can hear that like grunt. Ugh. This was an interesting record. This is called Cannonball Adderley
Oh.
Live at the Club, and the club is in quotation.
Where'd you get this?
I
I don't know if I've...
got
Saw
it.
this.
I got it. It's got Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. His mercy. It's really good. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this record. I really shouldn't have brought it.
Yeah.
It is a lot. It's live in the sense that they were playing in front of an audience. But what it was the studio that they recorded, Capitol, had a party at their studio. They have a little theater area, and they had their friends of Capitol Records and the friends of the band come, and they put on, you know, they had drinks and hors d'oeuvres, and they had them.
Oh, horse
there.
the overs.
So it's kind of a fake live record, and the club is not the club that they claim to have played at.
What
but
label's that on?
It's
Somewhere?
Capitol.
Capitol, okay.
How about
Oh, what a great record.
we're going to transition more into jazz classical /
Fusion.
fusion.
Yeah.
This is Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin, and Paco de Lucia, who recently died.
That's right.
Friday night in San Francisco. And if you haven't heard this album, it is fantastic.
You
It's
can pick that
all
up
acoustic.
fairly on the cheap,
With
right?
these three virtuosos just playing and going nuts.
Yeah, that's
And
a
it's
record to pick
really,
up, folks.
Really great. Yeah, you
Real
can get
deal
it
stuff.
cheap. How about rock and roll? Fleetwood Mac live.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that one, man.
I believe it's 1976, maybe.
It's a good live record.
And it's the lineup of, you know, when they got over their heads, basically, with Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. And
Over their heads.
Well, it's awesome, though.
In drugs.
In drugs,
In
yeah.
drugs.
Still staying with rock, let's talk about. Now, this is a beat
Okay.
up. This album is beat up a little. This is Kiss Alive 2. I've had this for a long
Like
time.
my first
I think I've
one.
had this since I was in high school. It's a great record. I think this is also one of those, like the Cannonball Adderley, where a lot of the Kiss Live stuff is the recording, but they also play over it in the studio and they fix it and make it sound even better. But this is my favorite. One of my favorite live tracks is the "Shock Me" with Ace Frehley's solo,
you told
which
me
is
about the solo.
incredible. We might have to put that on just because it's such
I've
a
not
great
heard
solo.
Studio recordings too on that.
A friend of mine's a huge Kiss fan. What'd you say, Jay?
A lot of great studio recordings on that.
There are studio
Jay in
recordings.
the house,
Second half
folks.
of it.
Okay. See, I know little. I just always listened to that one part, and I was like, you know, over and over and over again. But a friend of mine's a huge Kiss fan, and the opening, or the end of that song, or maybe it's the beginning of that song, "Shock Me," and Paul says, "Ace Frehley, lead guitar, shock me." But a friend who's a huge Kiss fan always thought he said, Ace Frehley plays guitar. Shock me.
Just so you know.
Yeah, just so you know. How about little prog?
Yeah.
Gentle Giant.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a live album called "Playing the Fool."
Man, love Gentle Giant. What year
And
is
this is
that
a
from?
great. This is '76, I believe.
Okay.
And it's just it covers a lot of the material on their first albums, and it's really
Oh,
good.
Jesus.
Really
I
good.
just realized I didn't pull any Genesis down.
Oh, that's okay. You got some good live records.
3 sides live.
I can
and,
pull down while you're talking. And
sure.
last but not least for me, King Crimson USA. This is the John
man.
Wetton days. It's really good.
What year is that? Are you?
I'm gonna say
General area?
no. This is 1975 on Atlantic.
Okay.
And yeah, John Wetton, Robert Fripp, David Cross on violin, keyboards, and Bill Bruford. It says William Bruford,
Oh,
Bill
Will.
Bruford on the drums.
What's the matter, little Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
it's really-
so that's
really-
what you got for the
Those
live
are my
record?
live records. I brought a few more, I would say, if you want to talk Dig of the Week. Let me get those out real quick.
Yeah.
What we're listening to now, actually, is a little something. Hey, hold on a second. I'm going to talk while this happens. I'm just going to go over here and do it. But I've got a little segment
Yeah.
now I like to call
Steve's doing things.
From the Vault. Okay, this is From the Vault. This is, from now on, every week I'm going downstairs and
Downstairs. Watch out, Steve.
I've got a basement. In my basement, there are records that aren't really, I haven't listed them as part of my collection. They're from a friend whose father used to be in a symphony in Savannah.
That's where rapes happen.
And the cool thing about this is, yeah, I'm coming back. Here I am switching myself.
The old self
So I go downstairs and pull one record and learn a little bit about it and add
Sure.
it to my collection.
Oh, okay.
Last week I pulled a record of folk music as well.
Yeah.
This is what we just listened to. I think the
we're over?
record's over. I've got to do this too. Holy crap.
Okay. Stand by, folks.
This is professionalism right here, folks.
This is what happens. This is what we're talking about, folks. Live TV. It's live TV. So now it's my job to sit up here and entertain you. Let me just ask you folks a question before we get continued here. What did the 0 say to the 8?
I don't know what.
Nice belt.
Okay.
Welcome back, Steve.
So anyway, this week I brought a record called, we just listened to it in the background, Lejos Boros.
Okay.
Favorite Hungarian gypsy tunes on
Wow.
the Apon label. Apon did a lot of folk music.
Is that potted down pretty good? On there?
Yeah, I think so. This is Hungarian folk music, gypsy tunes.
I
Really,
like
really
that.
cool. We also listened to earlier today a little Curtis Blow.
Yeah.
And I bought this especially for the show because
Basketball.
you know, it's got basketball on it, and I really had to have this. I saw it last week and almost bought it for the beginning of the NCAA, and I felt bad that I didn't buy it, so of course I went back and bought it.
Who is tied for first place in the bracket?
Not me.
Mikey Bananas.
Oh, that's right.
I'm tied.
So if you win the bracket, what are you going to do with your winnings?
It'll be a few $100, couple $100, couple $100.
What are you going to do with that?
I'll buy records and
So
French
if you
fries
win-
and sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's for everybody.
So if you
my
win,
friends.
we all win. The show wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
'Cause
we need you to win.
the more sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's that Mikey Bananas gets, the more likely I have something funny and uplifting to
Sweet
say
and sour sauce makes you funny.
on the program. Yeah, oh yeah, now.
Doesn't tie you down.
Oh no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
What else you got?
Well, last but not least, while I was picking up Curtis Blow, Ego Trip, I picked up a mono pressing
Oh yeah.
the Dave Brubeck Quartet,
Get out of town.
Bossa Nova,
Get out of town,
USA.
Steve. Get on out of here.
Yeah, I was
Get.
really happy to get this.
Get.
I paid $2 for this,
Yeah.
and it's really great shape. It's one of those VG. Oh yeah, whatever. It's really great.
Yeah, it plays and it sounds good. So get
No,
out
it's
of here.
fantastic.
Get out of here.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. I'll tell you what. Is that all you got?
That's really all I got. I might add something to what you got, but
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run through some live records.
okay.
And I didn't pull everything.
We pulled a lot.
I pulled a lot. I just kind of went through and okay. We actually played this earlier. The Mothers, Fillmore East, June '71. Get out of town with that. How good is that? Hey, our good friend Jay stopped by the program this evening, and Jay brought Queen, the live Killers.
Oh yeah, we haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, we need to play that.
I want to hear that.
That's good business. Mars.
Notice those lights on stage? That's really cool looking.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody liked that a lot, didn't they?
Who liked that?
Dave Grohl?
David Grohl.
Didn't you tell me something about
I didn't
that?
tell nobody
David
that.
Grohl.
Jay said
used
that.
that as a lighting setup on one of their tours in the last 5 years.
Dave Grohl liked that.
Here we go
the cover
again.
that
Here we
much?
go again.
Interesting.
That thing was doing autofocus, man. Look at that. Wheels turning.
Okay. Hey, let's not mess around. Let's go right for the gusto. Downtown. Julie Brown, Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl.
Live at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, look at that now. That's good time business. I just kind of took a stab at some live records here. I don't have everything I've got. I realized I left my Genesis out. Sorry.
You've covered them.
I've covered Genesis.
What else you got?
How about a little Zeppelin? Song Remains the Same. Swan song.
That was one of those that was in that pile.
Oh, the booklet.
Was that in that records that Jill?
That's
Dude.
right. That was my #1 pick. In a box that me and Steve split. Song Remains the Same. It's in pretty good shape, man. It's got the
A
booklet
little rip on the
inside.
cover, but you know what? I don't give a
Yeah, it's
darn about that.
no way. Hey, we played this earlier, and it's something I picked up just a couple of weeks ago.
to San Francisco.
One of my new found just complete obsessions is
Turtles.
anything that Eric Burden does.
Oh, the animal.
And this is the early Animals with Eric Burden. This is that weirdo Pickwick release. It's from a concert in '63 in Newcastle, and they made several records out of that one performance, and that's a
Don't pass
repress.
up on Pickwick.
No. I got some good Hendrix on
Well,
Pickwick.
they grabbed what's good and they
Yeah,
print
they
it out
put
to
stuff together.
put it
They were a
in the
good
lands.
re-release album.
What you got?
Canadian group, I believe.
What you got?
Dave Brubeck Quartet in Europe. Great live Brubeck. It's got terrific fidelity on this. The pressing and the recording. Because let me tell you something, folks. I don't like live records. I'll be honest with you. I do not like them. So when I have a real favorite, oh, this is a good record, and it's a live record,
Does Paul Desmond play
that
on
means
that
they
record?
did it really good.
Does Paul Desmond play on
I
that
believe
record?
so.
The man who actually came up with
pretty early.
Take Five.
How about a little? This came from my pops, man. The Woodstock. We featured this before. Folks have seen this. The triple LP, the Woodstock, the original motion picture soundtrack, all the live tracks. Can't go wrong with that. That's not in the best shape. How about the Doors? Absolutely live. Oh man, this is fantastic. Haven't had this that long. Nice gatefold, double LP. It's got a little book in here. No, that ain't a book. It's a split.
You made a book.
I made a book out of it. So call
Paid
your
$1
uncle about
for
it.
that?
Yeah, I got a $1. Double LP Doors live. It was $1. So whatever.
I listened to Doors on the way over here tonight.
You don't do nothing, Steve.
I did too.
Making
Don't
up about
you tell
it.
me what I did.
What about a little Pink Floyd Umaguma, however you want to say it?
Yeah, now we're talking. So we're talking one album studio and
That's
one
right.
album.
Double LP studio. This is the original on Harvest.
Was not critically acclaimed.
No,
I love it.
A lot of people don't like it. I'll
You
tell
know,
you.
this album introduced me to the early Pink Floyd because
Yeah.
they play Astronomy Domine on here.
Oh, yeah, that's
Live
really good.
version of Astronomy Domine. And that set me off to find out, okay, because, I started with The Wall, then, Dark Side. And then it was like, I heard this, and I thought, okay,
Yeah.
what's that all about?
That's how I
Then
was.
that brought me back to Pipers of the Gates of Dawn, which then, it's all over. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love this album. I really do. I had it on cassette. I still have it on cassette.
Shirt you're wearing.
Oh, Steve's wearing a Pink Floyd shirt. Oh, it's topical.
How about that?
Product placement.
Yeah, this hat used to belong to Roger Waters.
Look at this. Look at this backup camera making shit happen. How cool was that? Backup camera. $10 Goodwill.
It's kicking
box.
in.
I wish
You know,
we
I
could
kind
have
of
shot up the
inside
backup camera.
I kind of laughed when you brought that camera up,
It's
and I
funny.
thought,
Have you tried to hold it?
I thought, what
It's
the
so
hell are
awkward.
you
Drop a
thinking?
bug down in there. We'll drop a little bug.
I like that.
Let's drop a bug.
It's kicking butt. It's kicking butt. What kind of bug are you looking for?
Yeah, look at that there.
Look at that.
Yeah, okay.
Not even tearing you up.
Get on down here.
I thought we had
So
that.
those are your live records?
Yeah, okay. I got a couple more here.
That's not live.
This is the Nirvana Bleach a reissue that came out just a couple of years ago.
Uh-oh.
Double LP. Let me check
I
what's
always,
going on.
I always get scared when I hear that.
Steve's mic clipping at times.
Clipping. Can you turn me down?
Just a touch.
Can you bring me
Just a
down?
touch. Now, Bleach is one of my favorite Nirvana albums. This particular reissue is a double LP with this cool
What's
book
this?
in it. Oh, it's got a really cool book in it.
I got it.
And
Cool book.
but the second LP includes a live performance in 1990 at the Pine Street Theater in Portland, Oregon. And it's got a lot of great songs from that era and a lot of stuff that's not actually on the record. One of the greatest, man, this is so good. And let me tell you something, folks. Like I said before, I don't care for live records. The recording and the fidelity on this particular one is so good. It is so good.
I didn't know this was a live record.
No. Just this half of it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, one LP is Bleach record. The other LP is a live show. And it's it's so good, folks. So we're going to definitely listen to that. I'm going to listen to that coming out of the break.
That's by Kurt
Cobain. So very cool. I was so happy to get this.
Cobain? Is that the name
That's
of that
so it's seminal for me. This album is so seminal for me that I don't know. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm going to throw down my wild card right now. I'm going to throw my wild card right now.
We're waiting for it. We're waiting for it.
It's a live record recorded in North Carolina.
Where?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay.
Mike Gross, live and kicking.
Mike Cross.
Sorry, I said
Mike
Gross.
Gross.
I always want to say
That's the
Gross.
guy from
Yes.
Michael
Gross.
Live and kicking. This is recorded in '81, and it's got one of my favorite traditional songs, "Whiskey for Breakfast." I played this on St. Patrick's Day. Lord forgive us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. We're going to jam this a little later. And it's cool that it's recorded live in North Carolina. Very good recording. Sounds really good. Dude puts on a great show.
My wife has seen them live.
Yeah, he
In
does a
Raleigh.
really good job. This is almost a layup for me because I've mentioned on the program so many times before that this is probably my favorite record that I own. Les McCann live at Montreux. It's from start to finish compared to what?
Is
It's
that a
got
double
North
album?
Carolina, double LP, overmodulated keys. That's right up my alley, folks. It's kind of a layup, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it.
Killer picture on the back.
Yeah, it is. We've talked about this record so many times because I love it so much.
Look at that brother right there. He's
Oh
got
my
like a
gosh.
mesh vest
Pay for
on.
that.
That was one of my first big ticket items ever.
$10?
$10. But so, skipping
But
from
so.
that to later in that same week, Les
Yeah.
McCann and Eddie Harris, Swiss Movements,
The
recorded
man,
live
who,
at the
sing,
Montreux
the man who
Jazz Fest.
sings through his saxophone, Eddie
Absolutely.
Harris.
This is, I mean, compared to what? Cold Duck Time, The Generation Gap. This is for real stuff, folks. And I don't give this record as much love as I do the other one, but that's so, that's...
Swiss Movement's great. There's
Come on, man.
You have Swiss Movement too, because I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I heard this, I decided I had to have that.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you my very favorite, I don't know about favorite, probably my favorite, one of my favorite, the one I'm going to do last on the program, favorite records, is a Cameraman record, Mahavishnu Orchestra, Between Nothingness and Eternity. And I'm telling you folks, easy there.
Almost popped out. Unbelievable album.
It, sound-wise, pressing-wise, it is so good. It'll ruin you as a person. Probably the first one I ever heard.
Oh.
I think that's the first record you ever got of Mahavishnu, and I'm like, what in the hell is this?
Yeah.
And
And to whom do we give credit for them in general?
Vishnu.
Dave.
I don't know about
Dave needs to be on the show.
Dave.
Vishnu.
Vishnu.
Our petition for it.
Yeah. No, not. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Are you
yeah.
done with digging?
No, let's go. What? No,
this is
I
a
tell you
big
what.
dig. Big dig, big dig.
No, wait. Hold on. I want to cover a couple more things. We're going to mention, and especially in Chip Chat this evening for a special reason.
Okay.
We lost old Linda Petty this week.
Linda Petty.
That's old Richard Petty's
Mrs.
wife.
King.
That's why I'm wearing my
Mrs.
old.
the King.
That's why I'm wearing my old hat up here now. This old Captain Car Wash hat.
She was Mrs. the King in
me tell you-
Cars, the movie Cars.
That's right. And let me
She
tell
had
you
a role.
something else. She's
She's
shopped.
awesome.
My dad ran a grocery store down there in Level Cross. Hell, it ain't but damn 15, 20 minutes down a damn road.
That's
the
right.
Petty's Level Cross. We just right up a road from here.
Just a minute as the bird flies.
Shit. So, my dad ran a store down that way, and Linda Petty, Richard Petty's wife, would come in quite often and have conversations with my dad. He said, she's a very nice lady. She passed away this week.
She did.
That's why I'm wearing the hat. And I looked up, oftentimes we
I met Richard and Kyle.
he's a good guy.
I went to their garage
Yeah.
and shot
Yeah.
something for Kansas City.
Shot
Right?
there.
And, oftentimes we do themes on the program.
I
and,
saw his eyeball.
And that's terrible.
No one's ever seen Richard Petty's eyeballs. I saw his eyeballs.
Really?
He had to take his glasses off to read something.
Sure.
I saw his eyeballs. Back to you.
You know, oftentimes on the program we do themes and whatnot. And I figured we're gonna do a little Linda Petty memorial. We do a lot of memorials, which is kind of a downer, but anyhow, we do a lot of that. And I started looking. I'm like, ain't no damn good NASCAR stuff. I got it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what the hell I think NASCAR feels like to me.
Okay.
Especially growing up, that kind of music. And so I'm talking something we played a little earlier. Waylon, Music Man. I'll tell you what, it's got the Dukes of Hazzard theme on it. We heard that.
He's a good old boy.
I'll tell you what, even if you don't like country music, if you don't like that record, you're not paying attention.
That was a funny cover he did in there. What was that? It was Do It Again? No, It's All Right.
Yeah, that's like the Bruce Springsteen.
Do It Again. Yeah, it was Steely Dan.
Range from
Back Jack, do it again.
So
We're
good,
turning round.
So good. And a little Hank Williams Jr. That says NASCAR to me.
I mean,
Which
come
one
on,
is that?
hold on a second. Look at this right here.
Whiskey Bend and Hellbound. Yeah,
That's
that's
what
a
I'm
good
talking
record,
about.
man.
That's we got Mikey Bananas on the cover right there.
One. How about this one? This is a little Merle Haggard. This is the Okie from Muskogee and the original Shrink. Got the old $3.89 price
I got
tag.
news for you.
That's good stuff.
Oh, Merle is going to be at Merle Fest this year.
That's right.
And it ain't about Merle Haggard. It's Merle Watson. But
Yeah, that's
Merle
right.
Fest
Hit the road, folks.
in Wilkesburg,
We're going to
North
go to a Merle
Carolina.
Fest. We're going to do a little live on the
There's
spot
gonna
and bring
be
you back a
some
video
good music
report.
played all day. I think Dr. Ralph Stanley's going to be there.
That's
and
right.
Merle Haggard's going to be there on
Steep
Saturday.
Canyon Rangers.
Steep Canyon Rangers, and of course the album hour by the Waybacks.
Yeah.
Which is always a treat because they play an album. They don't tell you what they're going to play, but they play the album in its entirety. And sometimes it's been they're close to a bluegrass operation, a little more alive than that, a little more electric,
Yeah.
but more into the jam band kind of. But they'll play anything from Sticky Fingers to
Fingers,
the Beatles.
Sticky
to,
Fingers.
Last year it was the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Yeah.
So
My favorite line from that record right there is he says, "Where even squares can have a ball."
there you go.
That's awesome.
Love
Hey,
Merle
keeping it
Haggard.
moving. This is one that I've picked up. I can't remember where I got this. It's the music from Marlboro Country, and it's
Okay.
got all these like country western songs like the Magnificent Seven, Bossa Nova, Return of the Seven, The Journey, Border Town. It's very.
Does it make you want to smoke?
It does. It makes me want to smoke like a cowboy, and it just got NASCAR written all over it to me. I don't know why. It just does, folks. Speaking of which, how about a little Jerry Reed, Coco Joe's? My favorite album cover. Not my favorite album, but favorite album cover. And I figured since we're just showing album covers, why don't I grab my favorite? Jerry Reed, absolute
Kicking up, Coco
guitar
Joe.
hero of mine. One of my absolute favorite
He
guitar
plays
players
some
ever.
slow music now and then.
He
But
does.
He's still, you got to give him credit. You play your slow song because you're coming back with something pretty
He's one of
strong.
the best.
Yeah, he's one of the best. And you can't do a little Jerry Reed without finishing up with a little Berton Leon Reynolds. And we're talking the Smokey and the Bandit 2.
This was a Cars movie before Cars.
That's right.
This is
and
Smokey
that's
and
got
the Bandit.
NASCAR written all over it just by the look, the feel, the
I had
look,
the
the
diecast
feel.
models.
the fabric
Had the
of our
Firebird
lives.
and the sheriff's car that chased it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna barbecue your ass.
yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Let's wrap up this edition of Dig of the Week. You got other stuff? Oh no, one more thing for
got-
Dig of the Week.
You got something to talk
And it's a
about?
major Dig of the Week.
Dude.
Major.
It's not a record.
Uh,
it's not a record.
Not too long ago, we've been
Don't
talking.
have to be no record now.
We've been talking about demo records and demo tapes and stuff like that. And then I got to looking online about, because I recorded my first demo tape on a little 4-track recorder and
that pork
started
chop?
looking at them. Little pork chop band action. Drummer in the
You
house.
probably have pork chop.
We'll put that on later.
You probably have pork chop CDs at home. The entire
so,
collection.
And so I started looking at stuff online. I'm like, man, people are actually seeking this stuff out. You called me from way up doing a thing up in the mountains.
I was high in the mountains.
Tell me about the story.
Well, here's the deal. Last week we were talking off camera or something. You were saying how you wanted to get one of these cassette recorders, these
Yeah.
4-track cassette recorders. And I was
Yeah.
like, I have a 4-track cassette. I'm not going to let you have it.
Yeah.
But I was in Galax, and there I was in a Goodwill, and out of the blue, I
Yeah.
walk right up on this Tascam Porta Studio 414.
Oh, dude.
And I got to tell you, this thing, mine was a Panasonic, I believe, but I tell you, this thing is exactly like the one I have.
That thing looks like it was hardly ever used.
The features on it, you know.
It smells like new electronics.
So I know a little bit about you, and it came with a book too. So
It did come with a book.
So and they're pretty easy to follow, but you know, have some fun with that. I like.
Absolutely. Do you want to talk real analog recording right to the analog tape? I got a stack of sealed tapes over there.
So funny thing, I actually.
Oh, look at that.
This is the first album I did. It's called
Easy.
Steve
Look out
Jones
here.
1. And
Watch out.
There's a picture of me on there.
Watch out now.
That's right, wearing a sweater with a t-shirt.
Easy.
And this was done on the machine just like this. And at times I was trying to learn how to use it, and so there's a little more hiss than I'd like on some of the tracks. But you know, there's some pretty cool stuff on there.
Yeah, man. This is awesome. This is a true dig of the week. It doesn't have to be records, folks. So I got a real, it looks brand new for real, 4-track recorder. So we're going to hook up some mics. We're going to have some jam sessions over here. We're going to get some things going.
What's your name?
We're going to record some stuff. Hey, man.
It's a great way to lay down ideas.
Sky is the GD limit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's wrap up this edition of Dig of the Week. And I'll tell you what, it's gotten me so damn thirsty doing this damn Dig of the Week.
How thirsty?
So thirsty that we're going to do a So to Speak.
It's in the fridge.
And we got great stuff to cover on So to Speak.
It's a tall boy. Yeah, that's it.
Look at
That's
that there.
it. That's it.
We got one really cool soda. Who knows about it? And
It's probably not a.
where'd this come from? Did you
not
buy
a
this,
twist.
Steve?
It's not a twisty.
It's not a twisty.
Yeah, I did.
Not a twisty. Okay. Soda's leaving the room. So we have to stall
So,
for time.
yeah,
This is live,
well,
folks. This is how you do this.
I went to World Market a few weeks ago, and I bought like a
World
six-pack,
Market.
a six-pack.
Is that just a regional
They have all these
store?
funky sodas. I don't think it's regional. I don't know.
It's
what. I
all
don't know
World
what.
Markets
It's all over the world.
All over the world. So if you're in Pakistan,
So
look
you
for-
said pick one out. We've been
Yep.
featuring one a week now. We used to cram as many as we can get
It
in.
used to be maybe every
Stupid.
other week. Segment.
Well, at least
Yeah.
we're doing it every week now, and
We're
we
doing
got
it.
plenty of sodas to go through. And this
We do.
week's we're going to feature Swamp Pop.
Swamp Pop. Get out of here,
Swamp
Steve Fever.
Pop. This camera
Well,
doesn't
you're
allow you to get as
swamping
close
now.
as I'd like
Easy.
to. Swamp Pop looks like it has some kind of an orange flavor to it. It says Satsuma Fizz.
Oh wow.
A premium sugarcane soda.
Sugarcane.
So do your
Say
little
Satsuma.
Okay, let's do this.
some drink on that. Let
Did a little canteen swill that I showed you folks a couple weeks ago.
Canteen swill.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's try this out. Okay, wrapping it.
No,
If you don't want to get
use the.
no. Yeah, if we were the envelope, we'd do this number.
No.
Envelope does that number. Here's what you do: you wrap your old hand around and just drink off your hand up here. You ain't gotta stick your tongue down in a damn hole over there.
It sounds god awful. Got an air pocket. Air pocket.
Oh, that tastes like a Sunny D.
Like a Sunny D.
Oh, it tastes like a Sunny D. Maybe a lightly carbonated Sunny D. Hey, that's good.
Ooh.
Say,
You know what it tastes like? Kind of like a Pez.
your uncle's, but
Pez.
yeah,
Like the orange flavor of Pez.
I can see that. Very syrupy on the back end. They got a little bit on my. That's good.
Swamp Pop.
You care to try that? That's good.
It's good.
Sweet. It's very sweet though.
Well, it's a soda.
Just know that ahead of time. Okay. That's a good soda.
Okay.
That's a sometimes treat. You don't want.
Oh, yeah, well, certainly.
yeah.
I don't sit here and pound these damn things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's wrap up this edition of So to Speak because we got a lot to talk about in
It's got
Chip Chat
3
today.
carb points.
3 carbs. Get out of T. S. F. That's good stuff, though. For real. Yeah. I'll tell you what. We'll take this time to just go from a So to Speak. We're going to go right into a Chip Chat. And what I need for this Chip Chat,
You want to talk about Linda Petty?
we're going to talk about Linda Petty. And
Because we ain't giving up on Linda Petty yet. Because she's an important part of this segment, I believe,
yeah, what we're gonna see.
which we
Let's
call
see what
Chip
we're
Chat.
We're going to get some things and some stuff.
Okay, 3,
and some
2,
people.
and 1. And you take the
There's
camera.
all these
He's
people.
standing up.
No.
All right.
What do we got here?
What you got?
I'm trying to
We got to
figure
have
out
something to go with the CB.
With the what now?
The CB.
Yeah, okay.
Linda Petty.
Sure. Oh, I'm knocking things over, folks.
Obviously was a good cook and a good
I knocked my microphone
a
off.
creative woman when it came to snacks.
Yes.
This is called a cheese bowl.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the cheese bowl?
Let me tell you what, folks. Now, in honor of Linda Petty,
Oh shit, there are no crackers in here.
don't kill them. And there's no crackers. Well, we had these. Who ate all the damn crackers? That's terrible. We had these like chicken and a biscuit, folks. We had the
Off-brand.
Dollar General version of the
What's it
of
called?
the off-brand, and that
Busy-
doesn't belong there. This
Busy
is all
Bake?
out of the wrong order. Everything's out of the wrong order.
No, wait.
Oh, he had an idea. He had an idea.
Oh, that's good.
See there? Let's show that. In honor of the king, we got our old cheese bowl
In your sweaty hat.
in my sweaty ass hat. And here's why. Because this particular cheese ball recipe is Linda Petty's or the King's. And if you want to check out that recipe, let's go to that last card down there, cameraman, as we use some saltines on this guy. Look at here now. Read that off. I can't see that business up there now.
Oh, I can't see it.
Read.
Oh, sure you can.
No, I can't.
Let me see. Let me see. Look at
Steve's going to tell you about what it's on there.
the King's Champion Honey Cheese Ball has a quarter cup of sous vide honey,
Quarter cup of
8-ounce
soupy honey.
packages of
Soupy
two
honey?
8-ounce packages of cream
Too
cheese,
fast. Can't.
shredded sharp cheddar cheese,
Yeah.
diced jalapeno peppers,
Yeah.
8 slices of bacon,
Damn straight it does.
4 to 6 green onions, and mix it all together. Eat it on the damn cracker.
Wow.
You can take the camera. We're back.
I love cheese balls, but I tell you, I've never been a fan of the ones with all the nuts on the outside. So my mom found this one, which has
It's sweet.
those ingredients right there. I'll tell you what, if you go to our new Facebook page, that's facebook.com/Scrollman Record Night. I'm going to put this recipe up.
To
And
share with the
speaking of
world.
which, we have our good friend Sweet Tea compiles a chip sheet of all the chips we do on Chip Chat. We have a spreadsheet. I'm gonna put it on a Google Drive and make it open to the public, and I'm gonna
Really?
post a link from our Facebook page. If you ever want to see what chips we've done, or maybe you want to send us some that you have in your local area, there's going to be a list up that you can check out to see if it's something we've done before. So I'll post that up here recently. But let's keep going.
It also has our comments.
What?
Some of the highlights of our comments.
Absolutely. Tells what show the thing is done.
What we thought.
And what we thought about it. But this,
Can I just say
yeah.
that the fact that I'm dipping my dip out of your hat
Yeah.
is pretty disturbing.
This is
It actually does kind of bother me a little bit. A little bit.
this is the greatest cheese ball ever.
Yeah.
It
out of
is.
your hat. It's
It
the
is.
best one out of your hat.
Hey, let's continue on with, last week we featured IGA, which is a store brand,
Oh yeah.
and
Small town America.
Independent Grocers Association, so they license out like franchisees. So it can be like Steve Fever's IGA, and it can be in your own local little community, which is a cool model. It's a cool model to follow. And I think we had this sour cream and onion last week, I think. Wasn't that right?
Sorry about this, folks.
This week we have barbecue from the IGA, so this is part of our store brand challenge series. It's a unique shape there.
So the IGA brand barbecue potato
Yeah.
chip.
Okay.
How much you pay for those?
Gift to the
Nothing.
program. Those are good. They're kind of light on seasoning, which is pretty rare for a store brand barbecue chip.
Yeah. I like it. I like a chip to taste like a potato chip.
Sure, that has a lot more potato flavor, I would
I like
say,
that.
and a lot less stuff on it
Right.
than a lot of store brand, especially barbecue chips, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Pretty
And,
good.
and we'll wrap this up. This was supposed to be an open bag special.
Yeah. Never
Because
got around
you
to
picked
it.
these up.
I thought, yeah, I didn't check the database. Had I checked the database, I would have learned.
These are on the list. We have done these on the show before, but I know we've got a lot of new viewers, which we really appreciate, which is a great way to end up this because we talk about how much we appreciate all our new friends.
they've never seen you eat a flaming hot Funyun.
That's what I'm talking about. Dude, flaming hot Funyuns. If they don't have these in your area, request them.
The Flamin' Hot series, I think, derives out of the same seasoning they put on the green bag of Dinamita.
Yeah.
Which
They
is,
should sponsor
which
the
is
show.
pretty hot and it stains your fingers. So
These are hot, folks. In terms of hotness, these get a 7 bananas out of 10 rating.
you know,
It's so hot that it's making me sweat a little bit.
Funyuns.
And this jacket, especially when I start sweating eating these, I get a little drippy. The only way I know to cure the drippy is from my good friends from Mitchum deodorant.
Oh man.
I may have forgotten to put on my Mitchum earlier, and I can really tell right now. Now, late in the show, we're late in the game. This is like the home stretch, and now it's when I feel myself waning. And I think I'm waning from the fact that I didn't stock up and cake on my Mitchum deodorant through my arm hair to where it became a problem by how much I was caked on.
I think Mitchum works pretty well.
Yeah, it does. But I like to be overly sure. And
You know what? It works very well.
It works very well. I've caked it on so much that there was this girl. She was a JV volleyball player. She was up the road. I caked my deodorant on so much and so thick that when she was getting off the bus, I tell you what, I'm going to have to save that story for next week. So we appreciate everybody joining us. We're going to finish up this edition of Chip Chat.
I'm trying the cheese ball on a flaming hot.
Oh, get out of here, Steve. Don't be crazy now. So we appreciate the backup camera. We appreciate all our new subscribers. We're going to do a new contest.
Sweet and hot.
It's sweet and hot, just like me. Just like me, Steve. So thanks for everybody for joining us live and checking out our YouTube channel. And we're going to do a contest and watch the Mikey Bananas intro video. And it's been so cool, and we got the thing to work. And I can't believe we're actually on the air. It's been a rough week, but we pulled through. So
we persevered.
Damn straight. And that's the name of the game.
The American way.
And it just makes you appreciate Friday even more. We appreciate everybody.
I'm gonna take my hat off for that.
Hell yeah. So hey folks, thanks for joining us. For cameraman Steve Fever and Mikey Bananas, we appreciate you joining us, Chrome Record Night. We'll see you next week.
Jaybird.
And Jaybird hanging out. Hey folks, we'll see you.
Bye-bye.